各位朋友们，大家好，安安大家好，我是苏探，欢迎收看这一期的节目。I've invited Matas Maldeikis to give me some comments about the recent development of the relationship between Taiwan and Lithuania, as well as the news that are related to China and Lithuania also. Matas, thank you so much for coming.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here.
First of all, I would like to congratulate both Taiwan and Lithuania with opening of the representative offices in these two countries, and I hope that the relationships will keep on developing.
I'm sure of that. We can see very good dynamics. Now all this relationship that was only on political level, now it went also to the economical level. We see very good developments in the economical area. We see good big projects going on, big projects happening, and we'll see in the near future new projects. So I'm really sure that both sides are really happy with their decision of going on with the relationship, seeing what is going on in geopolitics and what is going on in geoeconomics.
This is actually very good because we can see some positive development of the relationships with the Central European countries, with the Baltic countries and Taiwan. Like Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki recently said that we should protect Taiwan, and if we want to protect Taiwan, we have to protect Ukraine. So it means that democratic countries are having consensus.
We understand that we all related. We all have a domino effect in geopolitics, that if one country falls, democratic country falls, other will follow. The same vice versa. If autocratic regime falls, their neighbors that also is autocratic, they also start to feel pressure. So it's all very related, no matter in what part of the world you are. We have to understand that we live in a global village. News spreads too fast, and people see what is going on in other parts of the world. They want the same things, So we have to relate to all the parts of what is happening. And Lithuania and Taiwan is a good example of that.
Exactly, I couldn't agree more. I'm talking about the news and autocracies. Recently, the ambassador of China to France, Lu Shaye, during his interview said that the ex-Soviet countries, meaning including Ukraine, including Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, all the Central Asian countries, don't have an effective status in international law. Can you give me any of the comments as a Lithuanian MP?
From the international law perspective, this is absurd, and everybody understands that. Even the ambassador understands that. What we think was happening, he was checking what will be the reaction in Europe, how the Europeans react, what country react in what way, how the France react, how Germany react, how European institutions will react to this, what was said. So, and this region also. So it was just to check what is the moods in Europe about China, about what is the red lines that they can cross. After a few days, they recalled everything. They said the ambassador was like, the guy on drugs. You don't know what he was talking about, but we all understand that this is not about the Chinese politics. When Chinese ambassador is talking, he is talking like it is prepared messages. So we understand that very clearly. So he saw the reaction. He saw the reaction from Macron, from France, from European Union institutions, from the Baltic states, Poland, and everybody. They got the message. They got the message that this ideas and this check didn't go in the right direction.
So you think it was not just his personal opinion as the Chinese government?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm 100% sure it was prepared, and it's interesting to see when you see the interview. Sometimes when there is a questions, he looked for the answers in the paper.
Pas, comment dire, chicaner.
看看我准备这个本上有没有这个内容。
So it was prepared even that on that details. He was so afraid to say something out of the line that he was checking his theses, which was prepared. So we are not talking about jazz here.
And later on, Lithuanian Foreign Minister Gabrielius Landsbergis asked for clarification, summoned the Chinese representative for clarification. Was the clarification provided, and are you satisfied with such a clarification?
Clarification was provided by Chinese foreign minister representative who was giving a press conference, and he said it was some kind of misunderstanding, nothing happened. It was idea of ambassador. So in this case, you can call the case is closed, but we understand what was happening. But in a diplomatic level, we are saying the case is closed. China respects the international law, respects the borders of the countries. Of course, we understand that this is not the case, but in this case, the case is closed.
And actually, those comments coming from China, a country that was also, People's Republic of China didn't establish the United Nations after the Second World War.
Yeah.
It was the Republic of China. And same
Exactly.
thing with Russia. It was not Russia that should be in the Security Council, actually, after the collapse of Soviet Union.
Exactly.
Do they even have any rights under international law to do that? They were not one
It's
of
a
the
big question. Yes, it's a big question. It's a big question how much they are the persons who had the right to be after the Soviet Union. This is the interesting question. If they can have questions about the legality of post-Soviet area, we can have very much questions about what is going on with the United Nations.
Yeah. Thank you. And the last question would be, how do you see the further development of the relationships between Taiwan and Lithuania while facing threats from authoritarian countries, big authoritarian countries? In case of Lithuania, it's Russia and its aggression, its invasion in Ukraine. And for Taiwan, it's China and constant military exercises around the country.
Yeah, there is two areas. First, it is political area. We understand what is the dynamic in the area regards the Chinese Communist Party of China regarding Taiwan. We understand that. We understand the dynamics, where it is might go to, So we are really, in European Union level, everybody understands where it all goes. We see very big change of the view to China in European institutions, in European countries. The dynamic is very rapidly changing. The same in Lithuania. We made our choice much earlier. We stood on the side of democracy. It is not like you don't sell your security on a question of big market. We don't play these games. We understand that security, democracy, and rule of law is much more important than some big market of Communist Party, with a Communist Party on it. Second area that we are very related is on economical level, as I already mentioned. We have very good projects in a pipeline that is happening. Taiwan gave us very, very big favor and big present for us in the area of semiconductors. It made big exception for Lithuania. We have much more project that is happening business to business. So we see very good dynamics. We see projects happening in the pipeline. We will have, I'm really sure, more good news in this economical area. And when we will have this dynamic on economical area, it would also help for other countries to decide. They see everybody in Europe is watching what will happen with Lithuania and Taiwan relationship. Because when China started the sanctions against Lithuania, China wanted to make an example of us. What will happen if you don't obey China Communist Party? And after a year and a half passed, we see that we are doing good. Nothing happened. China Communist Party didn't manage to do anything to us. Our economy is growing. Our exports grows 30% in the last year after the Chinese got our sanctions. So that shows that they don't have leverage on us. And also we have an example of Taiwan, that we were making this political decision on Taiwan. We have a lot of benefits from that in economical business to business area. So we see a lot of benefits for that. So we also become an example for other countries to follow. Don't be afraid of China. Do your deals with Taiwan. Everything is okay.
Thank you. And I am really looking forward to further developments and to more countries actually deepening the relationships with Taiwan, which is the most democratic country in all of Asia.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. And
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Great.